looking for a prescription, there are natural antibiotics that can be your first line of defense when you get sick. And today I'm sharing cutting-edge natural antibiotics from your local health food store to help heal you. Joining me is natural medicine expert Bina. Bina, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
You brought natural antibiotic remedies. Talk to me about why these are so special. Why do you prefer these?
These herbs are incredible because they have amazing healing benefits for common infections.
Plus, we're overusing antibiotics a lot of times. So if you're not sure if that sore throat needs to be treated or not, good place to start. Okay, Joanna from our audience is joining us. Joanna, come on over. How are you, Joanna?
Very good.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
All right, so let's get real here about antibiotics. Give me a classic kind of scenario that would prompt you to take antibiotics.
Well, I'm very prone to sinus infections or colds ever since I moved here. So if it gets very bad, then I would go to the doctor and he would prescribe some kind of antibiotics.
So how many times a year do you take antibiotics, you think?
Not that often. Maybe once or twice a year.
Okay, so I bet we can even dent that number down if we want to. So Dr. Joanna, take it away. I want you to write down what we're talking about today. We got a world expert here teaching us. These are things you may not already have in your home, although some of them you may. I want you to get them in your home, put them in the medicine cabinet, and when you have some of these very common ailments that we're talking about, you can start to take advantage of some of these insights. So the first natural antibiotic, it helps with cuts, it helps with scrapes, and you know what? It's honey, but it's a special kind of honey called Manuka honey. Bina, why does it work?
So Manuka honey comes from the Manuka tree from New Zealand. So I want to have you both give it a try because it actually tastes very yummy, a little bit stronger than regular honey. But do note that this is a honey not to keep in the pantry, but to keep it in the medicine cabinet.
Why is it different from regular honey?
Just because it has a stronger antibiotic component to it.
It's good. They can put it on bread too.
And actually, really, I know, it's good to put it on bread and it's great for you.
So how do you apply it?
So what you want to do, if you do have any cut or wounds, you want to use about a tablespoon of the Manuka honey. So we're just going to apply it topically just like that. And then what we're going to do is wrap it up in a gauze as you would any wound. And then you want to change this dressing 3 times a day.
You apply 3 times?
3 times a day. And then the amazing thing is there are actually now companies that will make a pre-made bandage with the Manuka honey, so you could slap it on just like a Band-Aid. Really incredible. I love this.
It's about $15. You can buy it in food stores. And you know what? I'm so interested in this, we began using it in patients once in a while.
Yes, it's really incredible.
This stuff is not just science fiction. It really does work. Okay, let's move on. The second natural antibiotic that can help heal a sore throat, which is one of the most common reasons we take antibiotics, is called golden seal. Golden seal. Bina, tell us about it.
Yes, I love golden seal. It truly is one of my favorite go-to botanicals when it comes to a natural antibiotic. Golden seal has an active component in it called berberine. And how berberines work, it actually prevents bacteria from even adhering to our cell walls. So when you have a sore throat or even a strep throat, a great thing to do is actually what I always recommend to my patients is making a gargle, so it gets right local to the area. Okay. So Joanne, if you don't mind, what you want to do is take a pinch of salt and put it in your glass and Dr. Oz.
Do a pinch of salt. Right,
and then just about a 1/4 teaspoon, and then you're going to do about a 1/2 teaspoon of the golden seal, so which is right there, which is the powder.
Hey, can you take too much of this?
Is that good?
Yep, that's perfect. And so mix it in your glass, and then mix it around, and have Dr. Oz do the same. And then what you want to do with this is gargle and spit. And so, like I said, you want to do this 3 to 4 times a day. Golden seal, in terms of length of time, so not in terms of how many times a day can be too much, but you don't want to take it longer than 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah,
right.
So gargle and spit back in. Good luck.
It tastes like moss a little bit. Like if moss and dirt together got into the bottle.
Yeah, like if you swallowed sand from the beach or something?
Yes. Yeah, and that marries sand from the beach.
Right.
Yeah, it doesn't, but I tell you, it would probably, it tastes like it kills things.
It does. It kills everything. It really does. It's very bitter, but it kills everything. I love this.
All right. What do you think, Joanna? Consensus?
Yeah, I like the honey better.
All right. The next antibiotic is for respiratory infections, and it's called andrographis.
Andrographis is absolutely incredible because it's grown in India and Sri Lanka, and it's actually been used for thousands of years. But what's the most amazing thing is that now the clinical research is showing what a powerful anti-inflammatory and antibiotic andrographis is, especially for upper respiratory infections.
Oh, you're joining us.
Right. So what I like to do with this is I recommend to my patients to make it a tea because when you have that upper respiratory infection or that sinus infection, the steam is really nice. And so what you want to do is you take about a tablespoon of the herb and you make it as a tea.
Gosh.
And then you drink.
That'll make your eyes water.
And you want to do this 3 to 4 times a day. I know, it's strong. But just, I know you're probably thinking...
going back for more of this. I'll take the capsule form here.
Right, right. And I go back to that. Right, because most people will probably say I'd rather die of infection than take this stuff,
Yes.
but these do all come in capsule form, so very easy to take that way.
So what's your vote? Which one? You like the honey most, obviously, because you finished the whole thing off. And then the Oregon grape capsules?
Yes, definitely.
All right, so listen, we just gave you treatments for the most common problems you have. What we do in my household, I think is wise, is in your medicine cabinet, don't make all the pills stacked. Put them in categories for the different things you're trying to treat. It's a very wise way. You'll have these at your fingertips, and it's your first go-to defense. And you know what? If it doesn't work over a couple days, Peter made this point, call somebody, get a little advice. But it keeps us away from the antibiotics that too often we rush into to take. Thank you very much for joining us. Peter, thank you for all the advice. Be right back, everybody.